That breathtaking college entrance scam, $25 million, 50 people charged. You saw that. Felicity Huffman, Lori Loughlin have been charged as well. We've seen test administrators charged, coaches at elite private schools.
The bust is called Operation Varsity Blues, and the accusations range from paying thousands of dollars for higher SAT scores to presenting students as top athletes in sports they never even played.
It is a little enraging. Some were even accused of faking disabilities, faking ethnicity so that their children could get special privileges while taking the test, all to get their kids into these top-tier schools like Yale and Stanford.
And it is raising a big debate about college admissions in general, whether the whole system is rigged for those who have wealth and privilege. We want to go straight to ABC's Eva Pilgrim. She starts us off at Yale University. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning. It's the largest ever college admissions cheating scam exposed. 300 agents across 6 states, wiretaps, a year-long sting. This morning, 50 people arrested, most of them wealthy parents, all accused of trying to do the same thing, getting their kids into some of the most elite schools in the country.
Operation Varsity Blues, the massive sting exposing the ugly truth that admission to college can be bought, bartered, and stolen for some. The scandal ensnaring actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin, who, along with dozens of other wealthy parents, are accused of breaking the law so their kids could get ahead.
The FBI uncovered what we believe is a rigged system, robbing students all over the country of their right at a fair shot to getting into some of the most elite universities in this country.
The elaborate scheme allegedly involved fake athletic credentials, photoshopping pictures, cheating on standardized tests, and some parents spending upwards of $6 million in bribes. Huffman and Loughlin, just 2 of 33 parents facing felony charges after allegedly doing whatever it takes to get their kids into top schools like Yale, Wake Forest, Georgetown, and the University of Southern California.
You asking for a bribe?
You pretending you're above that?
I got my checkbook.
Huffman stands accused of paying $15,000 to bribe an SAT administrator, while Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, allegedly put up $500,000 in exchange for getting their 2 daughters recruited to the USC crew team, even though they did not participate in crew. At the center of the scandal is this man, William Singer, a businessman who ran the Edge College and Career Network, also known as The Key, pleading guilty to charges including money laundering and obstruction of justice. Singer, now a cooperating witness. In one phone call, authorities listened as Singer told one parent how it all worked, saying, "There's a front door, which means you get in on your own. The back door is through institutional advancement, which is 10 times as much money. And I've created this side door." Prosecutors say that side door included $25 million in bribes and a web of lies. Fake disabilities, those fake athletic credentials highlighted with Photoshop pictures, and fake scores on college entrance exams like the ACT and SAT. The scheme included controlled private test centers where a stand-in could take the test or a test administrator could coach or change the answers. Singer allegedly also bribed coaches on behalf of parents to designate their children for admission spots for recruits, pretending the students were accomplished athletes. In one instance, a parent sending this photo showing their daughter playing water polo in high school, but in fact the photo was another student. A wiretap transcript details a father and Singer creating a plan to trick USC into thinking his son was a football kicker. The father laughing, telling Singer, "That's just totally hilarious," admitting his son's high school doesn't have a football team. Prosecutors say the bribes, hidden, disguised as charitable donations to Key Worldwide Foundation, Singer's nonprofit, a tax write-off. Parents of students who applied to those schools but did not get in reacting overnight. One tweeting, "Makes me feel good that my son was waitlisted at Stanford and Rensselaer Poly. He did it on his own, but probably lost out to one of these kids." Those kids' parents now facing jail time include real estate moguls, wine vineyard owners, entrepreneurs like Todd Blake, who tweeted his excitement over his daughter's admission to USC, and trend expert Jane Buckingham, who posted this inspiring Instagram message last spring. Don't cheat, it reads.
Now, the students are not facing any charges at this time. Investigators say most of them had no idea what their parents did to help them get into their top schools. George?
Most, but not all. And Eva, this is not the end of this story.
That's what we're hearing. Investigators say that there are more parents and coaches involved. This case is far from over, so we can expect to see more charges coming eventually, George.
Okay, Eva, thanks very much for being our chief legal analyst. Dan Ames, for more on this, you just got to take a step back and say, wow, the scale of this scam, the scale of the takedown, just astonishing.
It's amazing, because what would happen is this guy would allegedly come up with a specifically crafted solution for each parent's issue. So in this case, you need a little help on the SATs? Okay, we'll deal with the proctor. We can deal with some of your answers there. Oh, you know what? You want to make your kid a crew recruit? We can do that too. There was a different solution for every parent, and as a result, they're each charged with different types of crimes as well.
And the U.S. attorneys almost discovered it by accident.
That's right, in the context of another investigation.
So let's take a step back now and look at the parents and look at how they could have gotten away with this for so long. These are parents who already have some advantages, but they're looking for that extra edge, and they get a tax deduction to boot.
That's the crazy thing. This has been an 8-year investigation, and you have to wonder whether there's going to be additional charges in connection with tax fraud, right? Because they took deductions on some of these quote-unquote donations as well. So there could be state tax charges, et cetera. The fact that this was a nonprofit that was set up just makes it that much more egregious, right? The parents would donate money to a not-for-profit, and that's what makes it so clear that they had to have known what was happening. That's going to be the potential defense in a case like this. Is going to be, I didn't realize that this was happening. I didn't realize they were going out and bribing coaches.
They have tapes.
Well, they have tapes, but that still could be a potential defense here. It depends exactly what's on the tapes. But in a case like this, where lack of intent is going to be the defense, that's why the tapes become so important.
But the U.S. attorneys have a key witness right here, the ringleader.
And they have, and the soccer coaches turned as well, one of the soccer coaches. So they've got a number of critical witnesses here. And it's interesting because they're making deals, it seems, with a number of them. People say, wait a sec, typically don't prosecutors make a deal with the person, they don't typically make a deal with the person at the top of the pyramid. It seems they may think the parents, in effect, are the top of the pyramid here. And maybe these other people were kind of working for them.
Well, what about the students? We know that some may have known about this. Not all, but some may have. Do they get to stay? They're already in school.
Well, so first of all, if they knew and were part of this, they could end up getting charged, right? If they were part of the fraud.
How do you not know if someone's sitting next to you correcting your answer?
Well, no, I don't think it was sitting next to you. What happened was they'd give them extra time, and then they would go in and change the answers after the fact. The proctors would. So that was how they wouldn't have necessarily known. But question two is going to be on the university's part. What do they do about someone who'd gotten 1,000 on their PSAT, suddenly got a 14-something on the SAT based on the help that they got? What if the student's doing okay in school? Do they still kick them out? What if they graduated and got a degree already?
They graduated.
Right. I mean, so there are a lot of interesting questions that these universities are going to have to grapple with.
And one of the things here is that this middleman was basically cutting the universities out of it. The universities make deals with parents all the time.
Right. So the question's going to be, should the universities have any liability here, right? And so far what we know is it was individuals. The universities now fired a bunch of people and coaches, et cetera. They're going to say we didn't know about it. The next question is going to be, should they have known about it?
So many strands to this story.
Yeah,
Dave,
unbelievable
thanks very
story.
much. It really is. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.